Hello, everyone. I am back after 4 years. 4 long years it's been since I have made a video, and I know I only have a few, but I really wanted to actually make some videos for you guys, for the Linux community in particular, some gaming stuff maybe, and I just wanted to do it, and I just stopped. I don't know why, but now I am back. I am back on the same computer with the same install of Arch Linux 4 years plus in. But, I don't have the same equipment. Unfortunately, I'm using my cell phone as a microphone right now, sitting in a foam box. But it'll get the job done for now, right? I don't have the fancy things I had before that I was borrowing. Oh well, that's all good. I just want to do this again to have some fun. Why not? So I'd like to make some more of these videos, if I have the time to do so, and if I feel it's right. If I feel like just if I feel like just doing it, I think I will. I think I will. I think I might. We will see. Maybe go into some RC stuff. That's been a bigger hobby of mine in the recent years. Some RC flight. And if I have the cojones, record myself playing some music or something. I doubt it. We'll see. But for now, this is my Gmod tutorial part 2. And we will, in this video, probably go into making a car. But first, I just want to say thanks, guys. It's been 4 years. I just about a year ago, I went back and looked at these old videos. I totally forgot about this account and looked at these old videos and went, wow, people watched it. It was like 800 views or something, and there were some really nice comments. I appreciate that. That was great. And a year later, it jumped to like 8,000 views. I said, whoa, okay, maybe I should make some more. I mean, hell, people watching it. Why not? So here I am. And yeah, so let's get to it. I want to make a car. And I want to show you guys how to make a car. And I'm on one of my favorite maps, Free Space Revolution. There's a bunch of Free Space maps. They're all my favorites. I like them. This one's pretty cool, though. It's one I have installed still. Get a nice little city area, if you want to call it that. Some buildings and whatnot. Got a rail system that goes all the way around the map, and the good old free space bridges with we got a lake in this one, a hangar. So it's pretty cool. I like this one. We'll cruise down here, these little garages to start the car. So, ouch. I'd like to first, make a car, just something real simple. I'm gonna try to do it with very little, or hopefully without using any add-ons. We'll try to keep it vanilla, and because that's how I started. And you want to kind of learn how the game works before you really jump into it. What's cool now is just the later Gmod stuff actually has some great props. These are basically the Phoenix props from back in the day, and it's way easier to make a car out of something that's shaped right and has nice little markers to tell you where to put things. So we'll go and use this. We'll use this as a chassis here. Put it in the air. And just to come back to this to show you, I'm in Builder, General, and for my resolutions, it'll change on Reso. It's this guy here, the metal wire 1x2. All right. So I think we'll start by making a tank-controlled car, meaning the right wheels and left wheels will be independent from each other. So the right wheels will be controlled by one set of buttons, and the left wheels will be controlled by another set of buttons, and we'll call that front or forward for now. All right, so we'll get the wheel tool. I don't know if these as props, so I do have some old props. Oh, this is gonna slow my computer down a little bit. I have some old props installed still, an add-on. I don't recall if these are them. These here were originally, well, these ones in particular were originally the Phoenix prop wheels, and I love them. They look cool. They usually roll really well, and they're used for all sorts of great different things. But they have a problem. If you get them going too fast, they tend to collide through the earth, through the world's map. It's weird. Only if you get them going really, really fast, though. So we're not going to use those. we will use some basic ones. And again, these might actually be in official Gmod now, considering we have the builder stuff. But we're going to use some of the old wheels that I used to use. Tractor wheel's a little bit too big. Let's try this one. This one looks pretty good. This one's probably, yeah, too small. And this one here is actually pretty good as well. But if you see, it's kind of more of a polygon than a wheel. It's not too round. And I want something a little bit more round. That's huge here. Okay. So we'll go and use this one. This one's not the greatest either, but it'll get the job done. All right, so I want to set this wheel here, both these wheels on this side. This is my right side. Great. Okay, I'm going to set both these wheels here to my 9 and 6 number pad input. So 9 for forward and 6 for back. And I'm going to start without using any kind of weight stuff. Weight is an add-on, so weight helps a lot with making cars, and I'll get into that in a little bit. So I'm going to take the torque down for now, though. I'm going to, we'll try 5,000. Why not? There we go. That's 5,100. Actually use my keyboard. I got a big old box in my face, so there we go. Finally. Okay. And friction as 1 will work. It won't roll around too much. That's fine. Yep, don't collide with other attached objects. That's good. Cool. And we will lay these down on the chassis right at this point. I'm not going to use a smart snap. Again, because that is, I think, an add-on. It's been so long since I've really gone through that stuff. But we'll just go ahead and place it on this part of the texture. Boom. All right, now did you see that arrow that spun around it? I'll place another one. See that? That's going to tell you what direction the wheel's spinning for forward. So this side is correct. To change it, you press E. And now that's backwards. We want that to be forward, so this is the direction we want. And I'm holding control, by the way, to get real slow here, and I'm no-clipped. So to get real close, it helps get real close here to get this as precise as we can. Yeah, that'll work. That's fine. There we go. That's the right direction. Okay, right tires are done. Let's move on to the left. I'm going to change these to 7 and 4, and that'll be like the left side of my numpad, and the other one's the right side of my numpad. And I'm going to do the same thing. Get this placed right there. Now this I'm going to have to rotate. And this one right here, and do the same. Cool. All right, let's unfreeze it, middle click. And let's see if it rolls. Oh, all right, that's pretty quick too. Good. And it's spinning. that's awesome. Cool. Oh, it's a little top heavy. Probably not the best chassis for a tank design, or really even a car, unless we get it lowered or something. So this will work. Awesome. This is actually doing quite well. It's a bit bumpy. That's normal when you have heavy tires and a light chassis, and that's where the weight tool comes in. But yeah, this is awesome. Let's get it back over here, and we'll throw a seat in there. All right. Here we go. Get it locked with the world's grid by holding E and Shift, and right click to freeze. Okay. Vehicle. I like using the good old airboat seat. There's some other ones, but the airboat seat's simple. It works. I'm going to do the same by holding Shift and E to line it to the grid that we know our chassis is lined up with. So that way, as long as I'm not moving around too much, if I go straight in, it will be lined up, right? I can kind of strafe left and right to get the alignment just right. And there you go. Okay, it's frozen. So we need to no collide this thing. So construction, no collide. And I want it to no collide with nothing but the world. So if you look on the top left, right here, it says make object with right click, make object have no collision with anything but the world. That's what I want. Done. Great. So now it won't collide with anything but the world. Perfect. Let's line it back up. I'm going to no clip again, hold Control. And I'm going to just get it in here. And I'm going to put it kind of low because you tend to sit high in this chair. I think that'll, yeah, that'll do. That's good enough. That's fine. Now I need to weld it to the chassis. So it's just frozen in place right now. But I'm going to weld it to the chassis. There we go. Just by clicking the seat itself and the chassis. And it's now welded. I'll unfreeze both. And there we go. Now, the problem with the seats in a car like this, where the tires are big and you can't really get into it, if I get close and accidentally hit E, oops, you know, or if I hit E to get into the seat and accidentally see one of these, I can change the rotation. So keep that in mind. You know, maybe even no clip from the front to get in and out. All right, let's see how this goes. Oh, this thing's a lot quicker than I thought. Okay, well, just in terms of how quick the wheels get going. And again, that's a weight issue. I want to climb this dang bridge. There we go. So yeah, I'm just letting go of the direction I want to turn. So if I want to go right, I'll let go of the right direction. If I want to go left, I'll let go of the left direction. If I want to go forward, I hit them both at the same time. And this thing is bouncy. Oh no! Into the water. Okay. It's quite bouncy. And, you know, it's really hard to control when they're like that. So let's bring this thing back over here. It doesn't matter. Yeah, this is fine. It's a nice, good place to work on it. So it's fun. It's bouncy, and it'll get moving. It'll chooch away. But let's fix that bounciness. And you know, I'm gonna have to use the add-ons. I'm gonna have to use the weight tool here. So what I tend to do to make a car fast is I'll make the chassis, you know, however heavy I want it to be. I'll make this thing like 1,000, and then I'll make the total of all four vehicles, all four wheels, about a quarter or so of the original chassis. Now that used to work. I don't think it works anymore. I think things have changed. We'll give it a shot. Let's there we go. We'll make the chassis 1,000. And well, a quarter, so 250. A quarter each tire. I'm sorry. So basically, the tires altogether will equal the weight of the chassis. This doesn't always work. So I think that's a little too heavy. We'll see if this works. It's probably still going to be bouncy. That's a bit better. Yeah. That works out fine. So to get rid of the bounce, you want the chassis to outweigh the tires. And to kind of give it a test, you can drop it and see how the chassis doesn't really bounce down very much when you drop it. And if it wasn't being controlled like a tank, I'd probably opt to make this a bit heavier, so it would get a bit more of a bounce there, it'd droop a little bit more, and then it would roll smoother on the ground so I can make it faster. But, you know, it's a tank, and I don't know, I got the torque on the tires set to, well, only 5,000. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's see how this goes. Oh, see, I accidentally rotated both of those. Just like I said. All right, I'm gonna no clip. There we go. So let's see how this goes. You know, that's a lot better. That's actually, oh, top heavy. That works a lot better in terms of bounciness already. This is good. Now I wonder if it can climb a little bit. Yeah, it's still bouncy at speeds. Okay, it's still way bouncy at speeds, and that might be actually partly due to the non-roundness of these tires. And yeah, it's still a bit bouncy at speed. I'm worried that if I get it too heavy, I won't be able to, well, I guess I'm already at that point where I can't really turn it sitting still. But hey, cars don't turn sitting still, do they? So we will change the weight. Let's just make the chassis a little. Let's just make the chassis heavier. Let's bump up 1,500. Okay, a little bit more. I want it more. I want heavier. I want heavier. 2,000. So I guess this comes to the total weight being total weight of the tires being half of the total weight of the chassis. Let's try this out. And I think I rotated that tire. No, that's good. That's good. Okay. All right, cool. There we go. Ooh, so, definitely gets going slower, less acceleration, but it's a lot less bumpy. Turning is still a bit wonky. Hey, that's cool. I'm moving though. I'm definitely moving. This is fast. Whoa, and I rolled it. This chassis is definitely top heavy. That's all right. So that's cool. It works. It works pretty well. I would like to change it though. I think I want to make this thing not turn like a tank. I want to use thrusters. Let's do that. Let's take the wheel. I'm gonna make it faster too. I'm gonna crank the torque up to 10,000, and I'm gonna make all 4 wheels controlled by one set of buttons. So essentially, I'm gonna replicate WASD on my numpad to control this thing. So I'll make 8 and 5, and you can use other keys, but if you use WASD and you're not in the vehicle, like if you're just walking around, it's gonna start moving around by itself unless it's frozen. And if you have those assigned to things that make noise or something, it can just get annoying. And the physics too, like if it is moving around, it can actually slow down the game if you've got a lot going on. All right, so got the wheel. All right, 8 and 5. We got that 10,000. And to update the wheel, I'm just going to use right click. There we go. This will update the button assignment and the torque value. We'll give that a shot. Yeah, there you go. It tends to get moving a little bit better. All right, that's full running speed, and it's faster than me. Cool. Slow down. And it wasn't too bouncy either. That's good. Well, not yet. So how do we steer it? Well, I used to use thrusters, and I've made like physics steering cars where I used like hydraulics and pulleys to rotate a mechanism that simulated like the car, a real car steering. So each wheel independently turned to turn the car left and right. It worked. Some worked better than others. But for now, we're going to use thrusters. So I don't want too much force, too much thrust here, and I don't want any effects because that's annoying. It's just for steering, right? So no effects for the flames or anything like that coming out of it, and no sound either. I'll go and use this like little box here, and we definitely don't want toggle. Now, like I said, I'm going to replicate WASD, so I'm going to use 4 and 6 for steering, and just like the tank, we need to know what's what. So right now, forward is 6 and reverse is 4. So if I hit forward, which is 6, I want that to turn right. I want that to make this thing go to the right. So I like to hide these kind of inside the chassis if I can. I'll put this right here. So it's now going to push that way to the right. Press 6, pushes to the right. If I do the same thing over here, it's going to negate itself because it's facing the opposite direction and it won't do anything. So I need to change that. I'm going to make this 4 for forward and 6 for reverse. And 1 will do. That'll actually get the job done, but it might not be enough force. So this will actually double your force and just make things even, I guess. Plus, if you are using thrusters and tend to put too much, one side's pulling hard on the other side, it makes things unbalanced. So let's see if that'll do it with this weight. Ooh, I hear noise. I wonder why. Oh, steam. Oops. Off. Okay. And so regular click on this to update. Okay, we have to do the same thing, but we're going to have to change the numbers again. All right. There we go. Cool. No more noise. I don't want noise when I'm steering. Alright, so it's not really doing anything while it's not moving, but while it's moving it tends to slide a bit better and flip. Yeah, so let's see how this works. Yeah, it's not bad. It turns like an old Ford. Much better, much easier control. You can easily tap left and right now, so the bounciness doesn't really affect you too much. Crash. And that'd be a bit easier to drive. Let's try to get it up this bridge here. Definitely once we get up to speed, it tends to bounce around a lot more. And so a good way to negate that is with weight, but the more weight, the less acceleration. Good way to negate that again is to use thrusters for boosters. Whoa, all right. Oh, and am I gonna land it? Am I gonna land it? Nope. Oh, and I landed it. Sweet. Awesome. So yeah, that's a basic car there, you know. It gets the job done. This is one of the first things I started making in Gmod. Because why not, you know? And plus if you're playing with buddies, you can make races and stuff out of the bigger maps, and there are actually maps for racing which are pretty cool. And with all the crazy car add-ons and duplications that other people make, there's just all sorts of stuff. So yeah, that's I hope you guys enjoyed that. It's been fun to be back, and I hope to make more soon. I really do. Time to do this again. Ooh. Wonder if I can outrun it. Oh, I'm going. I'm trying. Oh no. I'll see you in the next one.